This is 1 cup of milk, and this is 1 cup of a special powdered ingredient. This is not a supplement, it's not a man-made chemical, and it's not processed in a factory. But both this and the 1 cup of milk have the same measurement value. But if I told you that this powder has 1,400% more protein than this cup of milk, you probably think it's impossible. Fair enough. Let me show you. Because the numbers don't lie. Most people think they're eating enough protein, and they're not. Not because they're lazy, but because they're eating foods that look high protein and are mostly water. Take milk, for example. A go-to for protein, minerals, calcium, and more. But what most people forget is it's mostly water. But don't get me wrong. Milk does have a decent amount of protein, calcium, and other good properties. But 1 full cup of milk only has about 8 grams of protein. The rest, water, sugar, and minerals, which actually will look something like this. Add that in and now you have milk. Compared to the special powder I showed you before, you would have to drink 15 cups of milk to even get close to the same amount of protein. I forgot to record this earlier, but that would look something like this, which is nearly impossible to get down in 1 day. And if you wanted to get the same amount of protein in eggs, well, you're gonna need to eat a ton of eggs, like 20 of them, to get that much protein. What about milk powder? Well, 1 cup of milk powder actually doesn't have that much protein either. Plus, most of the time, it's mixed with fillers, lots of sugar, and other chemicals, which isn't protein at all. But the good news is, you don't need to drink all that milk, and you don't have to eat a ton of eggs. Here's the mistake everyone makes. They think in cups, not concentration. Protein isn't about how much you drink, it's about how much protein is packed into that food, which is called protein density. And there's a reason why this works. The protein inside this comes from a source that nutrition science uses as a reference standard. Egg protein contains all 9 essential amino acids in ratios the human body recognizes. That's why scientists compare other proteins to it. When you remove water from most foods, you don't get much protein, you get sugar or starch. But when you remove water from egg whites, you're left with almost pure protein. This is egg white powder. And I'm going to show you exactly how you too can make this at home. This stuff actually can be very expensive, but I'm going to show you how to make it in very easy and simple steps, and I'm also going to show you how to cook with it and use it in your daily life so that you can get high protein food whenever you want. Just 1 cup of this stuff has 120 grams of protein, so it's pretty amazing stuff. I'm going to make 1/3 cup of egg white powder today, so I separated 10 egg whites. Now you're going to want to whip this up. I had to go to a power source, and you're just going to whip it up until your egg whites are extremely whipped. Right here you can see it's not quite soft peaks yet, so we're going to want to keep going until it looks like this. The egg whites are very stiff and would be over whipped, but this is what we want. The egg whites are balling up inside of the whisk, and if I turn the bowl upside down, the egg whites doesn't fall out. This is exactly what we want to move on to the next step. Now I'm going to get out a nice metal pan, and as you can see, the lip of the pan is about 1/4 inch thick. I'm trying to show you the thickness here, and that's how thick we're going to spread our egg whites out. I'm just going to put a nice dollop of the egg whites on the pan, and I also grease the pan. If you don't want to do that, you can also use parchment paper or wax paper, but I usually don't have a very good experience with it, so I just oiled the sheet pan. And what we're going to do is we're just going to spread the egg whites out until we get a nice even layer all across the pan. While I'm spreading this out, if you guys are enjoying this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and comment down below what kind of video that you guys would like me to do next time. I like making healthy desserts on my channel and healthy food videos, and if you guys enjoy that, you definitely want to stick around. Okay, I'm going to bake this in the oven at around 250 for about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. I started baking this at 350, but then I realized it was browning a bit too fast. But if you guys don't mind color, you could definitely cook it at 350 and it'll cook up a lot faster. So this is what it should look like once it's done drying. As you can see, I can touch it and it doesn't stick to my fingers, and it deflated a lot. It's kind of like crispy chip pieces now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to crush this up, and this is how we're going to turn it into a powder. I'm going to crush this in a little metal bucket and make it a little bit smaller so that it can fit inside of my blender. Also, if you guys have a food dehydrator, you can also try using that to dry out the egg whites. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crush it a little bit with my fingers. You can also use a fork, or you can just go straight for the blender, but I wanted to cut it into smaller pieces before I blended it. Okay, that's it. I finished crushing it up. Now I'm just going to blend this in a blender until I get a very nice super fine powder. Now if you guys are lazy like me, or if you don't feel like making it at home and just want to get some egg white powder right away, you can check out the link in the description box and you can get some egg white powder and try it out for yourself. I'm sure that you guys are wondering how this stuff tastes, and I wouldn't be worried because it actually doesn't have much flavor at all, which makes it great to mix inside of your shakes and also bread recipes. Right now, I'm going to show you how you can make your own gluten-free bread using this egg white powder. Right now, I'm mixing together the dry ingredients. In a bowl, I added in my rice flour and potato starch. Now I'm adding in some oat flour. And now we're going to add in our beautiful egg white powder that we made from earlier. This right here is 1/3 cup of egg white powder. It should add a good amount of protein into our gluten-free bread. I'm going to add this in, and I'm also going to add in a dash of salt. Then we're just going to mix this all up until everything's well incorporated. While I'm mixing up my dry ingredients, I'm curious to know how you guys found out about egg white powder. Did you know about it before, or is this video the first time you've heard of it? I found out about it recently when I was looking up a frosting video, and a girl used it in her frosting, so I felt intrigued and I wanted to make it for myself. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Now we're moving on to our wet ingredients. Here I have some warm water. It's a little bit more on the hot side, but not too hot that it'll burn your finger. I'm going to add in now a few spoons of honey, and then I'm just going to mix this into the water until it dissolves very nicely. Then I'm going to add in our yeast, and I'm going to pour this in and let it fully hydrate in the water. After that, once it's fully hydrated, I'm going to add in my coconut oil and give all of that a very nice stir. Once I'm done giving this a nice mixy, remember those egg yolks from earlier? Here I have 3 of those egg yolks, and we're going to add this back into our gluten-free dough. Egg yolks also have lots of nutrients and protein of their own, so this should be a good addition to our bread. I'm going to give everything a nice stir until it's well combined. Then we're going to set this to the side and we're going to bring back our dry ingredients. I'm going to pour in the wet into the dry, and then we're just going to mix it. And as you can see, my bowl is a little bit small, so I'm going to be mixing the wet ingredients in 2 additions, just so that I don't get a huge puddle all over my cutting board. Probably would have been better if I got another bowl, so then this would go a lot faster, but since I was being lazy, this is going to take a little bit. Okay, everything's coming together, and now it kind of looks like a thick pancake batter. So around this point, I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of vinegar, and I'm just going to give everything a good mix. Okay, perfect. Everything's coming together very nicely. Now I'm just going to let this rest for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to come back to it. Our batter has had a nice nap, so now it's time to move on to its first rise. Here I have a nice metal pan. It's about 9 inches, But if you have one about 8 to 7 inches, that should help your loaf to be even taller. I greased my loaf pan with a little bit of oil, then I lined it with waxed baking paper, and then I greased it a little bit more just to make sure it definitely doesn't stick on me. Now I'm adding in all of my batter, and I'm just going to smooth it out with a spoon. Then I'm going to cover this with a little bit of plastic wrap, and I'm going to let it rise in a warm place just until it rises about a quarter of the way up. We don't want it to rise any more than that. Otherwise, the bread might fall in on itself, so it's just a quarter of the way. I actually did end up turning my back on this bread for a little bit, and it overrose just a bit, but that's okay. Now, if you like, you could brush the bread with some egg wash. I ended up doing this, but I realized later that the bread actually didn't need it because it browned just fine on its own. But if you guys do still want to do this, make sure that you do this very carefully and gently brush the bread because any slight poke and the bread will deflate. Okay, now we're going to bake this in the oven at 350 for about 40 to 45 minutes. And as you can see, the bread came out nice and golden and it's also very soft. This loaf has a total of 40 to 47 grams of protein, and when cut into 8 slices, it has 5 grams of protein per slice. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.